Hello, and welcome back to She is the Ancient, a genderbent Curse of Strahd here on Gilding Light. We've got some intros and announcements to get through real quick. So, again, thank you, DC Lacer, for producing the episode today. Thank you, audience, for being here to support us. I'm your Dungeon Master, Beth the Bard, and for today's session, I'm going to be using a combination of content resources. I'll be using, obviously, the original Curse of Strahd content, but also some of the reloaded content by Dragna Carta, and, of course, the She is the Ancient content that will be up on DM's Guild sometime soon. Also, some of the artwork shown today are by James RPG Art. You can find credit info and links and stuff like that at sheistheancient.com. I drew some giveaway winners for the Twitter giveaway for sharing. I decided to pick two people because picking one hurt my heart. So we've got, hold on, let me grab them here. We have Chili Draws and Shay Rank, something like that. I will send you a Twitter message after the game and grab your mailing address for that. So let's go ahead and players, why don't you give everyone a quick intro again? Tell us who you're playing. And Ty will be doing the recap for today. So let's start with Fenway.
Hey everyone, I'm back. My name is Fenway Jones, also known as Fenway the TVM, and I am playing Sarzana, the half-angel, half-demon, soul knife rogue.
Very cool. Next up would be you, Casual.
What can I say? The name's Jay Casual Campbell. You can find me on all social media at Casual _ Campbell, where I do variety streaming, variety gaming, and overall variety entertainment. And today I'm DJ Boombox, a goblin reborn that can put parts back together, at least the parts that I eat, and everything goes nom nom. People say I'm a tinkerer, I say I'm an artificer, but altogether I'm a bit of insanity wrapped in beauty.
Yes. You are next, Jessie J.
Hi, I'm Jessie Davidson. You can find me on Twitter at @thebossjessiej, and I write D&D content, and we'll hopefully have some new stuff published on the DM's Guild here pretty soon. And I'm playing Todd, an elf who's been trapped in Barovia for over a year.
Not Bavaria. All right, last and not least, Ty, you're it.
Hello, I'm Ty Stone. I am Roxy Tiefling on Twitter. I'm also the head secretary at Beth the Bard LLC, where we work tirelessly on new content and writing projects.
Yes. Also, it's really hot this week. So we apologize in advance. We're all going to be sweating. Wait, did you introduce your character, Ty, or just yourself?
I did not.
No, let's do character too. I was as I was talking, wait a minute.
Roxy, the Hexblood Bard, who just is very charming, even though they are a hag.
Very cool. And you're going to do the recap for us, right?
I can. I have my Spider-Man notes ready and everything.
All right.
So after Irina's mother's funeral, we went to investigate some noises that were in the church, where we discovered a trap door. And I think DJ ate the lock. Is that right? Did they eat the lock?
Yes, the padlock and chain has been consumed like spaghetti and meatballs.
Okay, then yeah. And then, and Roxy was turned into a rat because of fun magic. And down the trap door, Todd fell down some stairs a couple of times. And we had an encounter with a vampire spawn. And in the heat of battle, Todd also got hit with an axe. After killing it, I believe it was Boombox, elbow slammed it to death.
Yes, baby Boombox, that is correct.
Many many pieces. After that, we decided to head to Valaki after doing some shopping. Yeah, and then the shopkeeper was trying to overprice everything, so we made her life difficult, and then stole a bunch of stuff to make up for the price difference. And then, in search of horses, we found two people who were not willing to give us their horses. So Roxy charmed them, gave them some money, and we took off in a hurry after the good doctor found out someone was dying, went ahead and ended their suffering, and then consumed them.
That matches my notes pretty well.
Yeah.
Fenway's like, wait, what?
Yeah, recapping, it's like, am I remembering this right? Yeah, that happened.
So,
Uh-huh.
yes. Before we jump back in, a quick word of caution. This is a gothic horror campaign. Much of the content may be disturbing. For example, our resident goblin killing and eating people. For a complete list of thematic warnings, as well as to view the general list of lines and veils, please visit sheistheancient.com and know that we do have a system in place if our players feel uncomfortable at any point. We've got one wild magic surge and a disadvantage from last week for Roxy that I am going to make sure to use today. And I'm going to be using our own custom wild magic table designed to be perfect chaos every single time. So that is what we're going to do. And we're going to jump in now. You have rented some horses. Yep. And I believe Irina and Eastmark are on a horse. And who's on the other horse?
I think Todd and Roxy.
Mm-hmm.
Todd and Roxy, Fenway, or not Fenway, Sarzaneth, sorry. Sarzaneth and DJ, are
He's
you
probably
just
flying.
flying?
We're flying.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, so you find yourself leaving this village Barovia as you move your way up the road and away from the village. Who would like to roll a d12 for me?
Todd would love to.
I'll do it.
A very nervous D12.
Anyone? Should I sign? I'll
It's
Hold
going.
on.
It's too late. It's going.
6.
Okay.
7.
Wait, did I just get 2 numbers?
Yeah, I said I would do it. I rolled a 6.
Okay.
Todd rolled a 7.
Roxy got to it
Todd
first.
rolled a 7.
Okay, actually, those are both the same. So.
Oh, 6 equals 7. Okay, gotta update my math notes.
Main table. Okay, so as you travel along for the next hour, things are quiet and uneventful. You take this moment to breathe in the fresh air, realize the land around you truly is beautiful and serene, but then the mist kind of reminds you that you're a prisoner, and maybe it's not so beautiful and serene. Is there anything like your characters would be working on or like discussing during this like actual quiet time of travel? Do you think?
Are we going to have any long breaks? Or are we just...
This is an hour of uninterrupted travel, as in nothing at this moment is going to try to eat you.
Roxy would make sure that their disguise cap is in their bag so it doesn't blow away.
DJ would be sewing using the faux fur as directed to make this cape. I think it was a cloak.
Yep, for Todd, out of the red fur.
So as being carried by Sarzaneth, the arms are like out, almost like tendrils, as they're extended, almost like several feet longer than their actual limbs. So you can see the threads that attach them and delicate weaving in the midst of the air with these extended hands. Using the Weaver's
Very
Kit that I consumed earlier.
Yep, that's all right. Anybody else? Anything in particular? This is an opportunity.
I'll just ask Todd, do we even know where we're going? Which direction?
The way the road goes, that way, we're just gonna follow Irina. She got us into this.
I've got it. Don't worry. I know where we're going. She just kind of like,
Okay. I don't think she's got this.
I don't think she
got
knows where she's
this.
going.
I know exactly where I'm going.
Full confidence, and I whisper Todd, no, she doesn't have this.
You see her slow her horse and come meet the horse next, like, to your horse, just kind of riding alongside you, and she turns and she says, I have told you before, I got this. I know where we are going. We are going to follow this road. We are going north-ish. I mean, there could be, like a direction that we need to go one way or the other, but and then you just from under the cloak, little Eastmark behind her on the horse just kind of pulls back, and he goes, I think that we should visit there's a camp on the way. She goes, what are you talking about? You've never left home. And he just looks at you guys and smiles. The camp. And then he pulls out this book that he's been like kind of fumbling with, and he holds it close to him, and you can see that it is falling apart, like the pages are falling out of this book, and he just holds it close. And
Can we tell what it is?
Yeah, can we? Yeah.
History check, maybe. Maybe you can.
Is Roxy doing a history check?
Yeah.
I mean, you could
That's
both.
probably
One
a
of
good
you
idea.
might definitely botch it. Oh,
11.
11? Okay.
Oh, am I using my disadvantage for this?
Nah. Save that for a more opportune moment for me.
For more stairs.
Actually, how long would it take to weave this cloak? Would I be able to get it done in an hour?
How good are you at weaving?
I'm good at any tool that I have in hand.
Then yeah, I'd say you could get a cloak done in an hour. I mean,
Okay,
you're not even having to, you're just kind of like floating in the air.
No
Making a
distractions.
cloak, right?
Perfect. I'm going to also do a history because I'm curious about this book, trying to determine if it's a good flavor or not.
All right.
That is a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. So, okay. So, Roxy, with an 11, you're aware that this is some sort of spell book. You know this because you have 2 on your person from the Death House.
Yeah.
This one is absolutely crumbling to dust at this point, though. It is either very old or has just never been taken care of and has been... It looks like it's been ripped apart by toddlers, essentially. DJ, what you notice up in the air, sewing up, this is what I'm imagining. You can tell that it is made out of goblin skin. Just right away, you can see the leather of this, and you're like, oh, I recognize that.
How close am I to this child?
Sarzaneth, how close are you to this child?
As close as he would like to be. Or they
So
would
as
like
I'm
to be, sorry.
My sewing starts to slow down as I'm weaving, and I just start nudging like towards the child slightly. As we get closer,
I
and
will
closer.
ever so suddenly going closer.
And what I'm gonna do is as I pause, and I'm gonna take out one of these other claws I have. I'm just gonna slap it onto my right shoulder as it jabs into and sews on. As I continue weaving, this spare hand is going to try and snatch the book.
Give me. Oh man, I wish I could give this disadvantage to you. Give me a sleight of hand check. Just a regular one, I guess.
Ooh, okay. I'm actually not as great at the. Oh, that's not bad. That's
I
a
also
17.
rolled his perception, and his perception did not exceed a 17. So you tell me, though, how you nudge this book out of this kid's arms without him noticing.
I didn't say I was going to do it without him noticing.
Oh,
I said,
snap. Okay.
Oh, I'm just snatching the book.
He's just taking it.
Oh, yeah, I'm just snatching
Good.
it. There
I
was no
like,
subtlety to
dang
this.
it, there's no way that would make sense. Okay, so you reach over and you snatch the book. Smart goes, hey! Give it back!
Oh, hold on. And I'm going to start gnawing on some of the goblin.
He's eating my book!
What's going? Why? What?
Why are
Why
you
are
eating
you
my
eating the
book?
book?
And I'm gonna start trying to read this book.
All right. You just open it up and look through it.
Absolutely, positively.
All right. Well, you find it's a spell book. You can see. Let me pull up exactly what spells you can find in this. I have them listed. It's not. There's not very many.
This small
It's
child
mostly-
is a spellcaster?
This small child has so far Ray of Frost, like some cantrips kind of written out in here. Light, Ray of Frost, and Mage Hand, just kind of like scribbled in. Some of the spelling is wrong, and it's very enthusiastic, very detailed though, and ideas for how to use these and when would be the right time to use them, and things like that.
The doctor would like to inscribe notes on how to perform these spells correctly. Would start correcting the book.
Okay.
But by doing so, just and like the tongue will come out and it's kind of forked as like seems to be like a quill, and you can see some like seems to be like ink maybe, and starts just scribbling in the pages, using the tongue to write.
He just kind of goes, "What are you doing to my book? Give it back."
I'll just try to reassure him. Be like, don't worry. This is oddly normal for them. I don't know what they're writing, but they're not eating the book.
Oh, very fast, cold, not proper. Very fast, directional. Must have target. Must include drop force and velocity of temperature. Absolute 0. Mage hand. Formulation. Proper form. 5 fingers. Normal people have 5. 1, 2, 3. 5 fingers. Proper weight. Elevation. Excellent. Must use at least 1 feather. Fold. Yes.
And then we'll hand it back.
You see him, he grabs it and he holds it, and then he opens it up and he looks and gets this look on his face and gives you like the biggest smile.
And if possible, I would have liked to have written in there, if I'm able to, inscribe absorb elements as a spell.
I'll
as
allow
notes
it.
on how to learn it.
Where's my pen? I'll write it down later. All right, I'm allowing it because I'm the DM and I can. So,
I'll look at him and say, so you're learning to use some magic?
Yeah. Apparently, I'm gonna be able to even better now. Like, it'll work. It's gonna work, right? Right?
Can you do this? And I'll summon my mage hand. That's the bony, long fingernail. This is Dante.
Yours
Helps
has
me
a
out
name?
lot. Of course.
Okay. I'm gonna try too. Because it's gonna work. Okay. And you can see him like invoking this power. He's clearly been practicing, and this little mage hand kind of blips up next to, what was your mage hand's name again?
Dante.
Dante. The little mage hand blips up next to Dante. Just looks like a child's hand, and he says, "Oh, mine doesn't look as cool."
Oh, mine matches my own hand, so yours is probably matching yours.
That's not what your hand looks like.
I'll show him my actual hand, not disguised.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Irina, they're so cool. And she just, mm-hmm. In older sister fashion. And he goes, "I need to give mine a really cool name. It's got to be the coolest, though. I'll have to think about it." Yeah. Okay. And you can tell he's just getting so excited that the mage hand disappears and he doesn't even realize, and he just holds the book really close to him and looks up at DJ and says, "Thank you."
And then, by the way, Sarsanet, how are you carrying DJ? Just out of curiosity.
By one leg, upside down.
I've been picturing like you've been flying like horizontally with me cradled, but I don't know like if you are just holding me like a leg while you're flying.
No, I would be holding you probably either cradled or like, you can't see my arms, but like my arms under your arms.
Perfect. So my legs will be dangling as I'm doing the sewing. DJ's gonna realize there's a more effective way to do this, and I'm going, over the next few moments, I will be casting a ritual spell. And at some point while we're flying, Sarsanet will feel a sudden weight as something is slightly pulling us down. And then DJ is going to climb on your back, and you're going to feel the presence of another being as I have unseen servant helping me as I continue sewing this cloak on your back. So you'll see me as I'm sewing, and you'll see something holding the other end up as I'm getting through the material, just to make sewing easier.
Got it.
Nice.
Cool.
Casual, I need you to come to my house and make some cushion covers for my couch.
I got you. Just and I will finish sewing this cloak with the help of my unseen servant and baby boombox, as we're just having this whole operation happen. Because all combined, we still weigh less than like 40 pounds.
I just want to know what anyone would think watching all of this coming down the road. Yeah.
I lean in and Todd and be like, I think your friend's getting very tired. She doesn't seem to be able to keep up as well.
Wait, who did you say that to?
To Todd.
Oh, okay.
While we're riding.
She's fine. Sar, are you doing good? Suck it up. We got a ways to go.
I'm doing fine. DJ added something else, but I don't really know what it is.
More bits.
Oh, you what? Oh gosh. Okay.
More bits.
As you guys are moving along, you pass some farmland. You can actually see people out working on the fields and the like. You pass a small graveyard. Seems to be a lot of unmarked graves, from what you can tell from where you are on the road. You pass another little field where there's this gorgeous, deep chestnut colored horse that is just kind of grazing. And as you guys are moving through this area, you feel a little tremor in the ground, just this little shaking. Almost feels like an earthquake beneath your feet. Although Sarsanet, you guys don't feel anything up there. And this horse that I would say from where you are is several hundred feet out in this field, is suddenly, as the ground shakes even harder for a moment, something bursts through the ground, snatches up this horse in one gulp, and then pulls back down into the earth, and everything stills.
That's
And
comforting.
how far is that from us?
Several hundred feet. Like, this is, you feel safe enough in this moment watching this to just be like, huh, good to know.
We should definitely not go that way.
I agree 100%.
You,
I think that might be the way we're going.
oh, this was just out in a field. The road continues ahead of you. You've got a bridge to cross over what you, Todd, know as the Ilvis River. And as you cross it, you continue on your journey in a very uninterrupted, calm fashion. Everyone's, playing with spellbooks, making cloaks, the like. Up to your right ahead, you see a swarm of ravens nestled in the gnarled branches of a large dead tree. They're like, caw, caw! It looks like they're in deep conversation with each other, but in caws. And you mosey on past them and eventually find yourself at something labeled clearly with a sign known as the River Ilvis Crossroads. You see an old wooden gallows kind of creaking in a chill wind that blows down from the high ground to the west. There are several frayed lengths of rope dancing on it, kind of gently swaying in the breeze. You can see gravestones to the right.
That'd probably
And-
explain the ravens.
Yeah. You also see a signpost. There is the road here is really well worn, and it splits into two different directions. The sign points into three different directions. One of the sign points one way, labeled Barovia Village. This is pointing in the direction you came from. There's one pointing to a place called Sarpool Encampment to the right, and Ravenloft/Valaki to the left.
What time of day does it kind of appear? I know that the sun isn't necessarily seen very well, but we've been out and about for a while.
I actually calculated this today. It is late afternoon.
Okay.
It is pretty hot.
I'll pull out the map. Does it have mile indicators to see about how far this intersection is to Valaki itself?
It does say that it is a couple of miles away.
Valaki is?
Do we want to stop by the gallows for a picnic? Sir, do we want to stop by the gallows for a picnic?
But we'll have to stop and rest at some
That'd
point.
be fun.
I don't sleep.
Gallows picnic.
What's closer, Valaki or the encampment?
That's why we have a picnic.
I say a couple miles, a few miles. Sorry. The encampment is definitely closer, and as you are kind of looking over this sign, Eastmark kind of shows up right next to you. Like, he's not there, and then all of a sudden he's there, and he's holding his horse.
Oh,
He's not on the horse.
Hey.
He's just...
this is why we don't do kids.
Came out of nowhere.
And Todd kind of kicks him away. Not the most gently, but not like flat out kicking, but some shoving away with their foot.
Sorry. But look, and he uses his mage hand. You see the mage hand pop into the air and kind of goes up and points to the Sarpool encampment. And he says, I had a dream about that place.
What do you mean you had a dream about that place?
I had a dream. there were people there, and they were really nice, and they helped us figure out some important stuff, I think.
Were we there?
I didn't see anybody. I just saw, like, fire, and I saw red, and it sounds really cool.
It's
It
closer
does kind of sound
than
like fun.
Velaki. I don't know if we'll get to Velaki before the sun goes down.
Oh, that far
Yeah.
away? Probably not. I mean, I don't know very much about traveling, but I've been reading a lot of books.
Did you read any books about this camp?
Nope.
Mysterious,
Sounds better than
creepy.
open road.
Sounds like a bad idea.
Sounds like
I'm
a good
for
idea.
it.
Yeah. Most of our decisions have led that direction. So
Who is over by the? Some of you went over by the gallows, right?
We were going to, but then we
Yeah,
decided to go to
probably.
the event instead.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. So
unless we
Eastmark,
want to end up look.
well, Eastmark turns around to go get back on the horse with his sister. It's just, she's
Out of
impressed.
curiosity, does anything smell like, I don't know, magic?
Like magic. Do you want to see? I forgot. Do you have like that? Are you using a spell, or are you gonna like just start licking the ground?
I was gonna see if there's a smell that might smell like I should lick the ground.
Sure.
So, is there like wood nearby, wood or stone?
So there's wood at the gallows. There's stone. Headstones.
Headstones.
Headstones don't have a lot of flavor.
Down. Sorry. Come on. Put me down. Put me down.
As soon as DJ starts growling, I will put them down.
I'm gonna run over to the gallows.
Okay.
I will get off the horse and quickly follow behind.
And I'm in a full sprint.
Todd's gonna follow on the horse and come up behind Roxy so close that the horse is stepping on their clothes and their feet.
Just use Mage Hand to kind of bat the horse away.
As you all watch DJ running towards these gallows, you're very focused on them for a moment, and you hear a loud creaking noise coming from the gallows as DJ approaches. And as you look up at them, where there was nothing before, there now hangs a lifeless gray body. The breeze turns the hanged figure slowly so that it can fix its dead eyes upon each of you individually.
Great.
You, Roxy, you see yourself in your true form, hanging there, dead. Todd, you see two figures hanging there. Yourself and you know who. Sarzaneth, you see yourself, your wings stripped from your back. DJ, when you finally look up, you see mottled strings intertwined with a noose.
I'm assuming it's like a gallows, so it's got like the wood arc, and it's kind of like hangman style, right?
Yep.
DJ would like to climb up the back of it to the top. And I would like to nibble on the top of this noose attachment to determine, based on the integrity of the wood and the tension, how long this thing has been hanging here.
Okay. This has been this, like, what you see hanging there, or how long the gallows itself has
Specifically, how much tension? How long? I want to see if I can determine how long the tension of this stuff that's been hanging on this noose has been here. Not the gallows altogether, but like my understanding of how much tension might have been pulled. How long this body, or I guess these, for me, these intertwined threads has been here. Based on the integrity of the wood compared to the integrity of how long it should be good.
Interestingly, as you test this, you get this concept of not just no time, but would future be considered negative time? Reverse time.
Yes. Negative calorie food. You mean like a celery stick?
Yes, this
Got it. It
this
costs more
entity
calories
hanging from
eating
the
it.
gallows is a celery stick of time.
Got it. I have actually burned more calories eating it than I've gained from eating it. Got it.
Burn more calories chewing than you did actually eating it.
Magic. Something.
And DJ's gonna drop down and start like shoveling a little bit of dirt in their mouth to get some actual flavor. Because empty calorie food is disgusting.
Todd's taking the horse back to the road.
All right.
Not gonna say anything. Just gonna sit back by the sign. They're done.
All right. DJ is consuming dirt. Todd heads to the road.
Roxy is looking out for any sudden movement in the surrounding area.
Okay.
While DJ licks dirt.
And as I lick dirt, I would like to use, if I haven't come to the ritual cast, detect magic.
Sure.
So within 30 feet of me, I can sense a faint aura of any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and I learn its school of magic, if any.
Oh boy. Stuff definitely every DM super duper preps beforehand. You can tell that there is some, I guess, necromancy going on here.
Probably some sort of conjuration.
Conjuration, necromancy. There's a little bit of mix of things going on here.
Oh, it's a multi-food platter. Okay, all right.
It's a charcuterie board.
It's a charcuterie board of magic.
We didn't eat before the game. There's going to be a lot of food references.
Todd's gonna blast it with an Eldritch Blast.
Oh,
The image hanging from the thing.
fantastic.
I think I jumped down already.
Wait. The wild magic surges for Roxy. Okay, fine. Okay.
24 to hit.
24 to hit. You blast these hanging things, these bits of people, and it disappears for you. What you see disappears, Todd. Roxy and Sarzaneth. For you, as soon as Todd hits with this Eldritch Blast, the mouth on your deceased self begins to move quickly. Just, garbling quickly something over and over again that you can't quite make out.
I'll scoot a little closer.
Okay.
Try to hear what it's saying.
Sarsnath is actually going to do the opposite and take about 2 steps back and put her wings away.
If possible, DJ would like to do the middle ground and try and eat it.
You're gonna eat okay. Sure. before that, Roxy, were you wanting to see if you can perceive what your body is saying to you?
And I will get close enough until I can hear it.
By the way, this is not happening for Irina and Ismark, so they're watching all of you staring at these this empty gallows and absolutely freaking out.
Do you want me to use my disadvantage?
No, this is fun if you get it.
All right, just an 8.
Okay, well, you can make out. She'll destroy everything with hers.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the compliment.
I actually bought it myself. Who knew?
I wonder if the subtitles pick that up. The audience can be like, "Hey, I know what it said."
Damn, I didn't think about that. Subtitles, come back.
I'm gonna try to grab my hand. That's hanging.
Okay.
Is there anything actually there?
You're getting that close?
Oh yeah.
Just want to double check.
It has completely piqued my curiosity.
You reach up, you grab your hand, and there's nothing there. And the head turns directly towards you, face to face, and says, "She will destroy you for taking what is hers." And then disappears into mist.
Sure.
DJ and Sarzeneth, yours is still there, but you can ignore it if you'd like.
I would like to cast a first level Nom.
Just as in you're gonna just go start like,
Yeah, I'm gonna first level Nom.
Okay. You approach and you do your thing, right? I'm guessing unhinge the jaw. There's nothing there. It disappears into mist as you do this. The mist feels like 1,000 pinpricks on your tongue.
And my detect magic's still up, so that still feels like that same necromancy conjuration.
Yes, exactly.
So once I have the mist, I am going to take one of the many I'm going to and spit up, and I would like to have spit up a vial that contained the mist that I just consumed and seal that.
What? Okay.
Am I successful in bottling up some mist?
Why not? Sure, that's amazing. Do it, yes.
So as I just, and you'll just see it's a vial that comes up, and as it launches into my hand, I'm going to hit the stopper to seal whatever mist I got in there, and then hop, and swallow the sealed vial.
What a clever idea.
Okay.
If you eat everything, you're never wrong.
And with that, you all are just left here. Irina and Ismark kind of watching you all. Are you all going to be okay? Over there?
No, we're all gonna die and hang from the gallows, but it's okay. I got it.
And then they're just gonna start making their way back to the horses.
Was that a threat? Was that the threat? Are we good?
It was definitely a threat. But not from us, it was to us.
Okay.
By
we
your
continue
reactions,
on,
I'm
or-
assuming that you have not seen what we just saw.
Did I see the group that I have paid to help us get to Vallaki start running around and throwing their hands under a noose and trying to
Oh, so no, you didn't. Got it. Cool. Great.
you're going to
I don't
spit
know.
it
That sounds
into
like
a-
something we
into a
would do.
bottle. Yeah, it did
I
great.
want to do an insight check on Eastmark to see if I notice anything abnormal or special about him.
So the question is, did he do this?
Is that what you're
Or if he has
trying to? Are you trying to insight?
any features from a different, like if he's human or something special, or if he has any markings that are visible,
Or any magic coming from him, since I have detect magic. Cough, cough.
yeah, just any. I'm just trying to see if there's anything visibly special about him.
Visibly? Well, give me an insight check. I'm not giving it to you that easy.
Am I using disadvantage?
No, I want to give it to you.
17.
17. Okay. You can tell that he looks nothing like Irina. I mean, their facial features, their bone structures, their hair color, eye color, everything about them is vastly different from each other. You do notice a little bit of something, not you, Roxy. You notice he looks very different, but DJ, with your magical feelies, there's something a little magical about him. You're not quite sure though if it's that he's got his little spell book and he's studying and stuff, or if it's something else.
I don't sense any necromancy from him, though, right?
Not at all.
Okay. So he does not get eaten today.
I will not kill and eat a 12-year-old. Yep, that is, yep. Perfect.
No, they don't die in there. They just get the flavor profile to figure out what they know.
Got it.
I will just get back on the horse.
Once Roxy's on, Todd will immediately take the horse down toward the encampment.
Okay. Perfect. You start heading that way. Roll me a. You know what? Nah, it's not that far. It's not that far of a walk.
And are you trotting or like going full speed with the horse?
Not full speed, but quickly.
So you're not
Okay,
like
so-
slow
to get away
pacing
from
it?
the gallows.
Okay, so
Okay, so
it's gonna
DJ
be
can
even
keep up.
quicker. Okay. Roll me a d12 anyways. Do it. Somebody wait. Okay. Somebody who didn't do it last time. Sarseneth. By the way, everyone in the audience, these dice are the blood spattered dice that I'm sending out
those
to
look nice.
a couple of the Twitter people today.
Ah, the
Twitter
Twitterers.
peeps.
The
I
Twitter
got a
peeps.
12.
12. Okay. All right.
Oh, no.
No, it's not.
You never know if that's a good thing.
I could just be saying things to make you nervous. You never know.
See,
We're in
I
the middle
wouldn't
of a
put that
mist where we
past you
just-
either.
Right? We're in the middle of a mist where we just saw bodies hanging where some of us, after dealing with things, I'm already scared.
Oh no. Okay, so as you trot along, you enter the woods. You're still following the path, but the trees on either side of you are dense and dark. The path you are following begins to shrink smaller, as though the forest itself plans to kind of choke you out on your travels. You, all of you, after a few moments, one after the other, catch some movement within the forest next to you. You turn, and all you see is tree coverage, darkness. It's hot and humid, even though it shouldn't be hot and humid, because this place does not get proper sunlight. But it's that mid-afternoon, full cloud coverage, trapped in an armpit kind of humidity. Yeah.
That is the worst reference ever.
But everyone
Feel
got
it.
it.
Feel it.
And,
Everyone got it, and it is still the worst reference.
When you say the path shrinks, are we down to like single file
Oh yeah.
shrinks or okay?
Like, are the horses
file.
having issue going forward, or?
No,
Okay.
but it's starting to feel a little bit claustrophobic. It gets a little darker. Oh
you
yes,
said
DJ.
claustrophobic. DJ runs forward as fast as possible with like sprinting to get to the other end of whatever this is.
Okay. So Sarzaneth was not carrying you on this.
No,
On the
DJ
stretch.
decided since we weren't going
Jeez.
fast, DJ was able to. So DJ just all four sprint, just on all fours.
Yes.
Todd will take off with the horse to follow DJ.
Okay. The road ahead begins to widen again as the rest of you watch DJ and Todd taking off. You can feel that, like that sigh of relief as the trees are no longer touching you as you're walking along. And you actually catch a hint of like a jovial music going on. You can also smell like the scent of fresh roasted game. Somebody's up ahead, and you can tell as this road gradually disappears and is replaced by this twisted, muddy path. It's got these deep ruts from like the comings and goings of wagons. There's a clearing next to a small but very beautiful lake, several hundred feet across. You can see colorful, round tents, several barrel-topped wagons, unbridled horses sipping water, a group of elegant and just really happy-looking people dancing around a campfire. Many of them wearing these long red robes. They're just kind of swaying as they spin.
Before we're out of the trees, Roxy will put on the head of disguise.
Okay, what do you look like?
And how? Oh, go ahead.
I'll get back to you on that one. I'll have to decide.
Think about it. Okay,
Well,
yes,
I
you
might have to
are.
roll for it, but I'll have to decide.
How far is this like encampment from the tree line?
It is. I mean, it's like right there. I mean, you're in the tree line. You've approached it. There's a tent maybe 20 feet from you, and maybe
So
50 to 100 feet is this group of people. A couple of them already caught sight of you.
So if it was about 20 feet, DJ was going full speed. DJ will ram through the tent. Yeah, DJ was in one of their main phobias, so the panic will keep going until stopped, and I'm gonna hit this tent full force.
Okay, you're just like, tell me what this looks like and sounds like. The tent
What
is
is
empty
it like
on
a
the
tarp-like
inside.
tent?
It is like canvas, and it is this one is bright red as well, same color as the robes that you might not have seen the people actually yet. And on the inside of this tent, it is somebody's home, but it is empty of anybody. So you go ahead and tell me what this looks like as you do this.
So with the full force on all fours, with the fact that I did have the antlers back on, they tear through the canvas because of how strong I technically am, tearing through, almost creating a full hole that tears through. But because of how much fear I was exuberating, I will have unleashed directly in front of me, whatever's in front of me, a lightning bolt from the black geode in my chest that will arc directly in front of me.
So you just shot a lightning bolt out?
Yes, I did.
How far? Like at the people outside of the tent around the fire, or like at the tent walls?
Whatever's in front of me, it has a range of up to 300 feet.
Okay, so 300 feet. So I guess, tell me, did it go the full 300?
I did it. If it didn't hit anything, then yes. Otherwise, it's hitting the first thing that's in front of it, be it the next wall. If there's no wall in front of me,
this
the
happened
next
inside
person.
the tent.
Yes, once I pierce through the tent, lightning would jump out because I was claustrophobic and panicking, and I'm scared.
Got it. Okay. So I guess I'm gonna like roll to see whether this pierces through the wall or just sets the tent on fire. Being
I'm
a
actually
lightning
hoping
bolt.
for it. I'm hoping fire because I don't want to accidentally electrocute somebody.
You know, the few people who are happy here in Barovia, I don't think we want to ruin their days.
The bolt doesn't hit the wall. It actually lands on. I did like a roll to see which direction it would go. It hits the grass. There's like some grass and like dried grass kind of around the ground near the edge of this tent, and sets immediate fire to this tent. Yep.
And-
Tent is going up in flames.
No.
Well, as long as DJ's aware that they're no longer in a claustrophobic situation and it's only fire, they're going to walk out of the tent through the fire.
So the people, okay, cool. So several of the people, as this was happening, had stepped away from the campfire. Those people had walked over to the rest of you. They say, "Hello, welcome, come join us, come sit, come eat, you must be so tired." They're greeting you warmly, big smiles, and then all of a sudden they just hear this like crash, bang, and screams from, their other people at the fire, or around the fire, as they go, fire! Fire! Oh no! That's oh no! That's Gregor's tent. Oh, and there's a little bit of chaos. What are the rest of you doing? Realizing that
Can I
DJ
see what
had
I remember about possibly having been in this encampment before?
Give me a history check. This one with disadvantage.
And Roxy looks like Henry
Disadvantage
Cavill's,
will not be necessary. It's a 5.
So you're familiar with the feeling of it. You're familiar with the music. Once you got here, you realized, like, oh, yeah, this is right. I don't know why. So it was like those kind of vibes, but that's all you've got.
Okay. So just kind of assuming I've been here before because I've been around everywhere, but
It's like when you have a dream about something, and then you forget about it, and then sometime later, maybe years later, you're like, oh, I had a weird dream about this one time, but I can't remember for the life of me what it was about. That's what it feels like.
Okay.
Roxy, what do you look like?
Roxy looks like Henry Cavill's Geralt. So handsome and intimidating. A little disheveled.
So like Geralt after, climbing out
After
of the
killing-
guts of a monster or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Very good. Anybody else?
Todd's gonna go off by themselves to like a quiet part of the encampment where there aren't any other people, and maybe check out some tents. But they're
Okay.
gonna stay away from the festivities.
Okay. The rest of you that are not in a tent, well, you were being ushered toward the fire to greet
Which fire?
everyone here. There is actually a campfire in the center of. So the should have had a picture ready or something. Oh well.
I know there was a campfire. I was making a joke because there's multiple fires.
Oh. Yeah, there is multiple fires. Oh wow. That bodes really well with the East marks. I saw fire and
Yeah.
red.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh man, when like DM plans come together even better than you had written them.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yes. Okay.
Roxy's
And I'm
gonna
sorry.
try to put out the fire, help put out the fire, and check on DJ.
The other people they've also come over. You see they've run and grabbed buckets. They're filling up water from the lake, running over, tossing it on. Made this line of just like bucket passing, tossing it on. You all eventually calm the fire. It wasn't like, raging, destroy the whole tent. It was just enough to cause a panic.
How long has it been since I consumed the mist?
Did you since you consumed the bottle of mist? That was, you guys took about 30 minutes of walking from about
30
that
minutes?
point.
Okay.
So, yeah.
DJ's just gonna be sitting near the fire, but not at the fire, just kind of sitting on the floor.
I thought I'm the one that's supposed to be making you guys nervous.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just had to make sure I knew how much time has passed.
Okay. So, once things have calmed down, the fire is put out. However, this person's tent is utterly destroyed on one side. They don't seem to be bothered by it, though. You see this man with golden hair who's walking around. He starts strumming on a lute. He was strumming on it previously. He starts strumming on it again. He goes, "It's no problem. We can sew it back together. It's fine. It happens. It happens. Welcome, guests. Come sit. Come sit."
Thank you very much.
Sarzaneth is gonna lean over to Todd and go, since when can they? That doesn't seem sewable. Also, these people are too happy. I don't understand it.
Todd's just gonna nod quietly and then kind of go off.
Okay. You move away from the fire. The rest of you kind of go and they usher you towards there. They kind of set you down in nice cozy seats and hand you each a little glass of wine. Smells really nice. And they hand you a little bowl of food, fresh, steamy, delicious, tantalizing, all the above. You see around this fire, you see the man with the golden hair comes back over, sits down, strumming a lute. There's this little boy sitting next to him with his own little, looks like handmade lute, but they're all handmade, but this is made by a child, clearly. He's trying his best, and he's poking on his lute as well, maybe 10 years old. There's a little girl ignoring everybody around her. She is writing enthusiastically in a bright red leather book, and Eastmark immediately goes and sits by her and is tries to strike up a conversation, and she scoots away from him. There's a little kid dancing wildly to the music, singing at the top of his lungs. There's a few men and women with these armful of tattoos, bright colors, and a woman of middle age with raven black hair and her face full of bright and colorful makeup. Her lashes really long and thick. She's got a rabbit kind of sitting next to her on one side, and one of the kids kind of sitting there next to her on the other side, and she's about to tell a story and asks if you would like to listen in. Where are you, Todd?
Todd is behind some tents arguing with Eddie.
Anything in particular, or just behind some tents?
Todd's stressing out about what they saw at the gallows, and is confused and upset, and is just, why were you up there? Hey, you're here. You were up there. No, I don't know what it was. It wasn't cool. Of course I killed it. Well, yeah, I would have killed it if it was you anyway, but it wasn't you, so I didn't kill you. I didn't kill you the last time. That wasn't me. It wasn't my fault.
Can we all hear this?
How far away are you, Todd?
Knowing
probably as
Todd,
far
they're
away
probably
from
not
people
quiet.
as they can get right now.
You unfortunately cannot hear this argument. The woman at the fire, she leans forward and she says, "Did you know that a mighty woman came to this land over a year ago? I remember her like it was yesterday. She stood exactly where you're standing," and she motions to the three of you. Yeah, there's three of you. Yep. Very charismatic woman she was. She thought she could rally the people of Barovia against the Devil Strahd. She stirred them with thoughts of revolt and bore them to the castle en masse. When the vampire appeared, the wizard's peasant army fled in terror. A few stood their ground and were never seen again. The wizard and the vampire cast spells at each other. Their battle flew from the courtyards of Ravenloft to the precipice overlooking the falls. I saw the battle with my own eyes. She, flutters her huge eyelashes. Thunder shook the mountainside, and great rocks tumbled down upon the wizard, yet, by her magic, she survived. Lightning from the heavens struck the wizard, and again she stood her ground. But when the Devil Strahd fell upon her, the wizard's magic couldn't save her. I saw her thrown 1,000 feet to her death. I climbed down the river to search for the wizard's body, but the river Iblis had already spirited her away. And yet here we have more visitors. Welcome! Are you here to see us, or are you here to visit Baba?
Who in the heck is Baba?
Baba Eve, she did tell us that you would be visiting.
I don't like that.
And the whole time that she was telling her story, DJ had been meticulously removing their own body parts, removing their own fingers, and then removing their hand, and taking off their leg, and revealing the black threads underneath, ignoring everything going on, just dismantling their form and removing the pieces and laying them out
in front of everybody.
In front of everybody.
Oh, okay. The kids have all stopped and are just watching and getting closer. It's kind of like child parade moving in fascination. Some of the adults are kind of looking over and shrugging.
It's intriguing that they don't think it's odd, but sure.
Yeah. And DJ has no care, is doing this for a specific reason. Ignoring everybody is just removing the pieces and laying them out, and then and just chucking up random bits of body parts, a few legs, some hands, some fingers, some spare bones, some dried flesh, a couple skulls, some teeth, just getting them all out and laid out.
The kid with the loot kind of puts it by his side and walks over and tries to grab one of the body parts that you've laid out.
Ooh. So, that kid's gonna, I'm so sorry.
It is a young child. So young, so innocent.
Does a 23 hit?
It is a commoner child. I think a 23 hits.
I might have brought this on myself. Yeah, that
You definitely did.
So as DJ's doing that and the kid tries to reach for it, literally, I just see a flint of black metal shines behind DJ, jumps off its back, and drop kicks the kid as it takes 4 force damage from Baby Boombox.
Okay. This kid in the middle of reaching gets kicked by Baby Boombox and goes flying back And we're gonna say that this kid has more than 4 hit points because it's in our lines and veils that.
Yeah, right.
It's literally a teddy bear, so it doesn't really do any real damage.
This kid has 40 hit points, guys. So it's all okay.
Great. Sarzeneth
No,
is gonna.
it literally will also cure. Like upon hitting, it will cure it too. We just had to push the kid away.
So this kid gets thrown back, butt smacks the ground, dust goes flying up, and he goes, "What?"
I just picture the same experience as when you go flying off of a swing set when you go too high. That's what I was picturing with it flying, just doof.
Yes.
Sarzeneth is gonna see this, shake her head, walk and step over the kid, and then go see the people with the tattoos.
All right, they're for a second they're like, oh, watching this interaction happen, and then they see that their child is totally fine and even enjoying himself, and they're like, look over and go back to eating some dinner.
And then as that happens, Baby Boombox will go around throwing the kids in the air because Baby Boombox is strong as hell.
So this went from okay, cool. So yeah, that's better.
It became a carnival experience for him.
Oh wait, we're not supposed to drop kick them, but I can throw them. Perfect, got it.
Yeah,
He's
throw
tossing them in the air.
I catch them as this little thing's like, I got this. Juggling kids a little bit, all while DJ is pulling themselves apart.
Fantastic. You approach these tattooed people, Sarzeneth, and one of them just kind of looks over at you. Welcome. Do you need anything in particular at this moment before the Baba is ready to see you?
I was just curious as to who did your tattoos.
Oh, we did it. Would you like one?
Sure.
You watch as Sarzeneth sits down, and this group of people enthusiastically bring out like their tapping tattoo supplies and start to work. How are you with pain, Sarzeneth?
Great. She's great with pain.
Cool. So you're having a blast. Tell me what tattoo they work on over the next I don't know, hour or so. So you guys are enjoying this.
She specifically wants like a depiction of a family of black dragons going down her arm.
Wonderful. As they are they're tapping this, they begin to tell you a little bit about a dragon that once roamed these lands and now sits dead in the castle Ravenloft.
Who killed the dragon?
Not quite sure. Heard a lot of variations of the story. It might have been Strahd, it might have been somebody else.
What kind of dragon?
Good question. A big one. Skull is massive. Of course, this could all be lies. Not sure. They're not giving you very much information.
Got it.
Todd, you see a very large tent near the water open up, and a figure just kind of looks out of the tent toward everyone. You can't catch their face. Just black cloth and peering. Seems to look right over at you, but you still see no face. And they pin the front of the tent open and step back in.
Todd will go in and unpin the tent behind them so that it shuts.
Okay. The rest of you, not Sarzeneth, but Roxy, what are you, DJ, you're still disassembling yourself?
Depending on how much time I would be
It's been about an hour.
Oh, if it's been an hour, so it only takes about 30 minutes to do this process, as I would have been reassembling the pieces with different parts as it's changing my armor to a different archetype. So I will be using entirely different body parts. I will not have the antlers anymore or the horns, and the greenish goblin skin will now have more of a purple hue to it instead.
Very nice.
And the parts are a little more cohesive. They're less shambly, more common parts.
Okay. Good to know. All right. You're still. Wait. You said you're still. Are you still small? You're still small, right?
Still small. I have not changed size, and now that all my
Okay.
parts are put together, DJ's just chilling with the kids. And there's still. Is there spare musical instruments?
Oh, for sure. So, are you like
Uh,
going into jam mode?
DJ's going to full jam mode. Specifically, DJ, and Baby Boombox and the Unseen Servant are putting on a performance.
Everyone is like jamming with you, moving to the beat, clapping, absolutely enjoying this. Sarzaneth, you're seeing all of this. Roxy, you saw the figure open the tent, open the curtain.
Okay.
You saw Todd step in there and shut the curtain. And this was a little while ago. Everyone's kind of dancing, relaxing. Sarzaneth, your tattoo is finished up.
I was gonna. Roxy wants to talk to the storyteller real quick, like
Okay.
after the story was done. So you said this Baba person knew we were coming.
Yes. Yeah, they told us about this days ago.
Is it safe to assume that it was a dream or a vision of some sort?
Yes.
And as I say that, I kind of look over at Eastmark.
They look at Eastmark also. Yes. They usually work in dreams and the like.
Where did this Baba come from?
They've been here for longer than any of us.
Is that their tent? I'll point over to the one I saw Todd go into.
Yes, that is, as you can tell, the large, the nice one, our matriarch slash patriarch slash whatever they are feeling in the moment, gets the best. They've taken care of us since the beginning.
Okay, thank you for that. I saw the tent was open just a moment ago, so I think it's time for us to go in, and I'll go rally Zarzaneth and DJ and let them know I saw Todd already enter.
Okay. Todd, you entered the tent a few minutes before this. There's these magic flames casting this like reddish glow over the interior of this tent, revealing a low table covered in black velvet cloth. These glints of light are flashing from this crystal ball on the table as the figure peers into its depths, but is hunched over behind it. And they say, Welcome, Todd. It is so good to see you again. So good, and I see you brought your old friend. Hello, Eddie. It's been a while. It's been quite a while. I'm glad to see you.
Todd's gonna sit down in front of her and just very seriously say, "What is my fate?"
Well, you have many fates. It is what you choose to go after. You know that you have no chance of escaping these cursed lands if you keep running from your mistakes. Eddie does not hold it against you. I hope you're aware of that.
He shouldn't. It was his own fault. And Todd kind of elbows the nothing next to them.
Well, I just know that if you keep trying to run from it, it's going to keep repeating itself. Over and over and over again. And at this point, the curtain opens as Roxy and Sarzaneth and DJ, you step in. You see the same scene. You see this figure hunched over talking to Todd and turning to the empty space next to Todd and talking to that empty space as well. And the figure turns to you. You can see no face, just shadow inside this cloak. And they say, welcome, Irina, Eastmark, Roxy, Dr. Jericho, and Sarzaneth. And they gesture towards exactly 7 seats around this space, one of which is occupied by Todd.
What are these seats made of?
What would they be made of? They're made of wood. They are wooden seats. Yes, you can eat some.
D just gonna nibble on part of the chair, break a piece off, and
Is one of the seats taken up by them?
One of the seats is taken up by Todd.
By
By Baba?
Yeah.
No, they are sitting behind their little table on their own little velvet cushion.
Okay.
there's 7 other seats, and Todd's in one of
Other
those.
seats. Yep.
Right. So there's gonna be another person?
All of you are here, my dear. Yeah.
Do we see any kind of features? And pretty much what I'm looking for is someone that may be shaped like me.
You can't see, the only body part you can actually see on this person is a large, thick hand outstretched, pointing to the, like, and what I mean thick is like muscly, like it's like a ripped hand. That's a thing. Just kind of pointing to the seating.
I will sit down and take off my hat of disguise.
Yes, DJ, you have something to share with the class.
What color is his hand?
Oh no. Please, no. For the love of
You
everything.
remind me of Rocket from Guardians of the Galaxy. I was like, I need that leg.
Need that leg. What do you need it for? Oh, I just
need it. Of course I need it. It's essential.
The hand, you're getting, I guess, purplish, bluish, brownish. Yeah, that's a color.
Okay.
all of them.
And DJ's gonna keep kind of slightly nibbling on this chair for a little while, just to wait to see if everyone else sits down.
Has everyone sat?
Yeah. Is it rows or is it just like an arc?
It's just, it's like bringing you all in a circle around this little circular table with the crystal ball.
I will sit directly in front of them.
Okay.
Todd's
I
gonna
will sit
slouch
as
in their
close as
chair like an
possible.
angsty teen.
Todd is an angsty teen.
Right? Once everyone sits down, Baby Boombox will sit in the remaining seat, because I'm assuming there's a empty seat at this point.
There is, all of you sit in a seat, and there is one seat right next to Todd that is empty.
Yeah, Baby Boombox is gonna climb up there, and DJ's gonna climb onto the table.
Separate from the, so you leave one of the seats. Wait.
Yes, Baby Boombox is gonna sit in the non-nibbled chair.
Got it. So there is still an empty chair, partially nibbled on. Baby
Yes.
Boombox jumps into the chair right next to Todd,
Yes.
and you jump up on the table. Got it.
Yes.
Good to know. Okay. All right.
And Roxy is as close to this figure as possible.
They look at you. First to DJ. They say, Oh, you're hiding in there, aren't you, Doctor? Deep within those threads. Your friend is delightful, however. Little friend here, what are your goals here in Barovia, little one?
DJ just gets real close to the crystal ball and tries to like lick it, making eye contact with the hooded with Baba like.
They don't seem to be bothered by this. And they turn and they look at Sarzaneth. Say, you came through the mist to add another plane between you and your family, yes? Beware if your group does not meet your objective. Strahd would love to send you back to hell. And they turn to Roxy. And say, you hide behind your disguises out of habit, and the magic and oddities of this land have delighted and intrigued you. But do not be fooled by the creatures of your ancestry here. They are not fey like yourselves, and they have ill intent towards you and your friends. And then she pulls out a deck of cards and begins to toss them and go, would any of you like a reading? Would you like your fortunes told?
I will quickly pull out mine and ask politely, can we use these instead? Set them down in front of her.
All right. I'm gonna roll something just because I feel like I need to.
Todd's just gonna cross their arms and grumble. I was told I had to choose my fortune.
The figure, he nods, and he puts the cards back. And takes your cards instead, Roxy. Begins to shuffle them. Says, you want to save yourselves from the devil, is that what I'm catching here? Is that what is happening?
DJ looks at Roxy.
Certainly have put a mark on ourselves with the
Well,
company we keep.
The figure looks over at Eastmark and Irina, and you can see their cloaked head kind of make this nodding motion. And they begin to pull cards, handing the first one to DJ, because DJ is right there, sitting in front of them. They say, this card will tell you of history. Knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy. And you see the traitor card. Hold on a second.
Trader? Traitor. Yes.
The
That's what I was
traitor.
gonna.
I was hoping it was the trader.
With this, the traitor card. You should know to look for a wealthy man, a staunch ally of the devil, Lady Strahd. He keeps the treasure under lock and key with the bones of an ancient enemy. This is going to be a tome that you are looking for, DJ. And then you see them hand the card to you, DJ. And they shuffle and pull another card. Say, this card tells of a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of hope. And they hand it over to you, Sarzaneth. This is the charlatan. With this, the charlatan, I can see a lonely mill on a precipice. The treasure lies within. And then they look over to Roxy, handing the charlatan card to Sarzaneth. But they look at you, Roxy, and they tilt their head. And then they pull another card. This card, you see, this is the power and strength card. It tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight. and you see them pull the missionary. And they say, with the missionary, I see a garden dusted in snow, watched over by a scarecrow with a sackcloth grin. Look not to the garden, but to the guardian. And they hand the card over to you, Todd.
Todd refuses to take it.
They hand it over to Baby Boombox. Does Baby Boombox take it, DJ?
Like with both hands grabs his card that's pretty much as big as them. With the next one, they pull a card. They say, "This one will shed light on who will help you greatly in this battle against darkness. An enemy of the Countess." And they pull the artifact. And they say, "Yes. With the artifact, you should look for an entertaining woman with a monkey. This woman is more than she seems, and you might get it wrong at first." And they hand the card over. Sarzaneth, were you given a card yet? Yeah, you were?
I was given the charlatan.
Given the charlatan.
You
All
didn't
right.
give one to Roxy, I don't think.
Roxy, this card goes to you. And they pull one final card. And they say, "Your enemy is a creature of darkness, is she not, whose powers are beyond mortality. This card will tell you exactly where to find her at the opportune moment." And they pull the broken one. And they say, oh, yes, of course, the broken one, yes. She haunts the tomb of the person she envied above all. They were her own family. And she puts that card in the empty seat that has been chewed on. And then just turns to look at all of you. "Is there anything else I can help you with, my dears?"
I would like help walking through one of my own readings.
"Yes."
So I gather all the cards back, kind of start shuffling, and I pull 3.
Slowly tries to eat the crystal ball.
Are you trying to do it sneaky, or I guess there's really no way you could? You're just gonna start
Nope.
eating it?
We are staring at Baba as we are like hot and breaking the jaw and trying to push the crystal ball into my mouth.
A large hand very quickly reaches out and grabs your shoulder. And you hear from deep within the cloak, "I don't think you want another cursed item within you." And then they let go.
Teacher proceeds to keep licking it but not eating it.
And with like a huff of the shoulders, like a deep breath in, but no breath heard. And back down. "And yes, how may I help you with your reading?"
So I pull the cards, but before I flip them over, I channel the spirits that I usually have connection to. And I flip over the first card, and it's the 4 of glyphs. And I just say, the protection, someone who protects others. Flip over the next one, and it's the 3 of swords, which is trying to rack my brain. War, sacrifice. And then I flip over the broken one again that had been flipped before. And then I just look at the empty chair.
Ah. Yes.
And then with the Tales from Beyond, a traveler came through here. Someone who protected, someone who had seen war. But in the end, their travels came to failure and death. And Todd will get 6 temporary hit points, 10 bonus to their speed, and a +1 bonus to their AC.
For how long? Is this like...
I believe it's just until a long rest or short rest.
Okay.
I think until a long.
Okay. Do we want to, because you guys are about to take a long rest, as it is evening? I mean, I assume you are, unless you're going to be going out onto the road in the dark. Do we want
It sounds
to...
like the kind of thing we would do.
It does.
Okay. I was going to say, I will either allow it to... I would allow it to, like, hold through to the next day, if you would be going...
Todd's not staying in the camp. With or without everyone, Todd is leaving.
Absolutely. Good to know. So, Roxy, with this reading, did you use any amount of... I mean, you're using a magical feature in order to do this, correct?
I mean, I used a bardic inspiration.
Cool! Roll a D100 for your wild magic
I did
surge.
exert.
Ah, yes. The wild magic of a bardic inspiration.
Oh, looks like DJ is going to be getting a wild magic surge at some time, too.
Oh, what? Oh, no, what? Huh?
A 9. All right. Oh. Good to know. We'll find out what happens in a moment. Just let me know when you stand up.
Okay. And Roxy just looks to the figure for like any kind of guidance or advice or anything.
You're looking for advice on Eddie. Is that what? With your little story?
Just wanting to know if what I'm reaching towards is real.
No.
If what speaks to me is real.
Absolutely.
Todd is completely still, by the way. Like, they don't even seem to be breathing.
The figure motions towards the empty chair and says, Eddie is as real as you. All of you. And
I just kind of sit back
I need to
and proud
roll
of
again.
myself.
Okay, no. We're still good. We're still good.
Todd, do not worry so much. You both went through it after all, and look how well you're doing.
All the rest of us are like,
Todd doesn't
"Oh,
respond.
Are we sure?
I'd like to use my magical tinkering feature on this crystal ball that I've been licking. Just, I can only imbue it on a non-magical item, so I just want to, as I'm licking this, I want to make the sound of like something trying to hit the glass as if it was something inside. But it would only work if the item is non-magical.
So it doesn't work.
Okay.
Does that set off their wild magic?
Yes! Give me a D100 roll. Oh my gosh, 2 wild magic surges in like the same 5-minute span. Yes! Thank you, audience.
I'm still at a disadvantage at some point.
Oh yeah.
64.
So close.
64.
Oh no, I rolled a 66. That's what made me the rat.
Oh, no. Being a rat? That's the business
Wasn't
for
too
me.
bad. Wasn't too bad.
Just gotta kill the rat, then you can come back.
Oh no. Okay. So this is also going to activate at some point very soon.
DJ will refuse to stand up ever again.
They can do that. Just attach some hands to their butt.
Baby Boombox will carry this table out of this room.
Please tell, what do you all do now?
Sarseneth is going to start walking out of the tent.
You don't need to do that
Okay.
yet.
Todd will follow.
Sarseneth stands up, turns around, walks out of the tent. Todd stands up, follows. There's a little slight movement of the empty chair.
It's just Boombox accidentally knocked into it.
While sitting there, kind of like licking this crystal ball, everyone started walking out, or everyone's just kind of standing right now?
Oh, you guys, I think you walked out, right?
I was waiting to be the
Yeah.
last one out, so I'm still sitting.
Ha. You know things.
And poof. DJ, you have turned into a frog. The first person to speak after your surge is turned into a frog. For the next 3 minutes, you can still speak.
You know
You,
things, don't you?
Roxy's just like, why
you
is this
hear a pop.
happening
You
to
hear a
us?
pop as you're leaving.
As I hear the pop, I'm going to like walk very quickly back to the tent and peek in and go, not again.
If I turn into a frog,
Second
all
time
my-
today.
does all my magical stuff like kind of disappear for a little bit?
Everything that's on you is part of you being a frog. Like, you just are a frog.
Can
And
you
it's like-
attach different animal body parts to the frog?
And then go back to being something else, and then So, no, DJ's in a moment. Kabbalah,
You know things.
unfazed by being a frog, because they've just been worse.
This is the second time today this has happened to one of us, so.
I do know things. And you are even more interesting than I realized. Hmm.
Then can this be? Can I go back to being me?
No. You will be yourself again shortly.
Not
If
not
you'd like.
this.
I can make this permanent if you would prefer.
I'm not talking about the. Can I have my body back?
Separate from the frog situation.
Yes, my have my whole body back.
This is possible. This is something it is a possibility that I see within your future.
And then I,
Roxy's eating this moment up right now. Just like, no. Both sides of this.
do you know how I can do it?
It will require very
And DJ will like leap closer to the edge of the table. Ring.
I will also point out that we do have a question from chat.
Oh,
Elf Modem says, I have a question. Can DJ keep the frog tongue for ranged weaponry purposes?
Wait a minute. You
If
said
we capture a frog,
No, you said if I change, everything on me will change back, right?
mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm in a moment. But
they say it will require very powerful magic, but if you wish to unlock this ability, you need but only visit the Amber Temple.
Okay.
And has DJ ever experienced this wild magic change ever in any capacity before?
I feel like that's a question you...
I want to say yes if it's okay.
Yes. Okay, then yes.
So, upon that, Baby Monks is going to hop on the table, put one foot on the back of Frog Boy,
Mm-hmm.
and then DJ's going to stick out their tongue, and Baby Boombox is going to grip and pull until it rips off.
I didn't see this coming at all. Pop! Just like this blood splatters across the tent. A little bit of frog blood on your face, Roxy. And you transform back into you, DJ.
Now, what's important is there is still a frog tongue in Baby Boombox's hand.
There is still a frog tongue in Baby Boombox's hand.
And I'm assuming I technically still don't actually have a tongue, or did my tongue somehow grow back?
You tell me.
So,
How?
and Baby Boombox is going to climb and start and jam the tongue into the mouth, and you'll see black threads spindle out and start to sew, as I will now have a tongue.
Fantastic.
I think we broke her.
I will find the right. Getting used to it.
I get my body back, and then out of instinct, will jump off the table. But stumble, forgetting that they're not a frog and not have the full momentum of jump, and smack a table and then get up and try to walk out.
Beautiful. The figure just nods, looks over at Roxy, and waves you. We are done. You may go.
You like me?
A bit. Not by
You know
choice.
Anything of the creature in the woods that did this?
Nothing that you're hoping to hear.
Thank you very much for everything. And the
Thanks.
player stands up.
Excellent. As you stand up and you take a step forward out of the tent, every one of you outside the tent, you see the sky swirl into this dark vortex above the tent, and a bolt of pitch black lightning shoots out of the sky and hits exactly where your foot lands, Roxy. Just this crackling energy as it comes through the tent, and there's this explosion of light. Baba, behind the table, looks up, looks down. No fire has started.
That's
Oh,
That
that's weak
wasn't
lightning.
And I will continue to move out of the tent.
With every single step, this bolt of lightning shoots down everywhere you step one of your feet.
The moment I step out of the tent, I sit down. I just sit right in front of the tent. I just sit.
A double bolt of lightning shoots out of the sky exactly where you have sat, and just... And the grass outside of the tent does set on fire. And as you plop down onto the ground, suddenly flames lick up around you. The rest of you see this.
We're gonna set the whole
Roxy,
village
Roxy,
on fire.
Come here, Roxy. Come here. Come here.
Okay. Just get up and try to just move out of the fire.
As Roxy steps DJ is going to try to jump with one of these mini metals, probably one of my daggers, to try and conduct the lightning as it strikes.
So, like, as it's striking down, it instead veers away. Give me
Not
a
even veers away. I want to put the
persuasion
dagger.
check.
Persuasion? Yes, I shall try to persuade lightning to come to me. Oh, no. It's a 5.
Yep. Roxy's feet getting zapped over and over again. It begins to die down with each step.
DJ is going to dive under Roxy's foot.
What?
Okay. You realize you're gonna get hit with lightning, right?
Yeah, but like, DJ has no idea what that feels like and has used lightning, and this is going to be an experience of a lifetime.
Okay. So.
They also just ripped their own tongue out, so really, this is just.
Cool.
That's
let
one
me,
heck of a burnt tongue.
That is going to be. Okay, hold on. You are going to take. Are you kidding me? On a d12, I rolled a 1. You're gonna take 1 lightning damage as this bolt of lightning is weakening with each step, and it shocks you, and you feel this electricity through your whole body, not unlike what you feel when you lick the mist.
Excellent. Immediately, I'm gonna try to put it into one of my many containers, just jab it in there, and seal that.
Perfect. You you like take this feeling and you're so good at like grasping things that shouldn't be grasped and put into bottles and doing it anyways. And as you cork this electricity in there, you can see in the bottle this like zapping, but the lightning is it's black. It's just pure black energy, just zap 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 around it.
Oh, and swallows.
Forever
And-
static electricity.
And I just have to know before we finish out this session for this week, are you going to take one of the tents offered to you for the rest of the evening and night, or are you going to be heading out of the tent and onto the road as darkness falls?
Todd's almost to the horses. Todd just beelined for the horses and is getting ready to leave.
Can I try and persuade Todd to stay here? Because these people
Yes.
seem to be nice because they're still letting us stay after we've set about half of their camp on fire. So
Yeah,
Todd's
they're like,
not staying.
they're over there. They're like, they've put it out. They're like, it's okay, it's fine, everything's
Everything
great.
is fine.
cue the meme with the dog sitting in the room surrounded by fire.
Todd. Wait.
And then
Uh,
and a piece of red fabric and removes the cloak.
the cloak.
Todd's
Give
not
it to you.
stopping.
Huh?
Todd is stressed and is very upset from some of the revelations between Baba and Roxy and is leaving. Just getting out.
Eats the cloak.
I
What about
guess
the
we have
rest
to
of
go
you?
now.
You're gonna follow? You notice as you jump onto the horse, Todd, it will not move. It is as
Then
if
Todd hits
some-
off and starts walking down the path.
You feel
With their wolf. Gets the wolf, stuffed wolf off the horse and starts walking down the path carrying the wolf.
you feel a presence in front of you.
Does it
trying to
physically
block you.
stop me?
It is trying to physically stop you. And it's Eddie.
Todd's just gonna try to go around or through.
Okay. Todd steps around, steps into the trees. And that is where we have to end our session for this week and come back next week and see what we're gonna do. So, with that, let's go around and do our outros. Let's go ahead and tell us who you are as a player, what you do, where to find you, all that stuff. Starting with Fenway.
Hi, like I said before, my name is Fenway Jones, also known as Fenway the Teen DM, and that's on Twitter. I'm at Jasper's Game Day on the rest of the social medias. And I do all of the Jasper's Game Day things. If you're not familiar with what that is, we are a nonprofit organization that raises money for suicide prevention and awareness through gaming. So it's a lot of fun. And then I also am going to be finishing up the last 2 weeks of my show on Gilding Light on Wednesdays.
Wait,
Next
2 weeks? Wait. What? No!
Right?
Wait, what? Okay, I'm sorry, this is news. Okay, continue.
Apparently that is maybe something that we're looking into changing and expanding. But yeah, that's me.
That's Fenway, everyone. Okay. Casual, you're up next.
What can I say? It's J Casual Campbell. You can find me on all social media at Casual_Campbell. You can find me in a corner sad about my show ending too soon, sooner than I expected. I'm DJ Boombox, and DJ Boombox is a creative individual, and I'm so glad to be able to play this person so far. Let me just make a point that DJ Boombox does indeed take damage for every piece of body part added or removed. It is being calculated, and it is painful experience, and I don't ever have spell slots afterwards. You can find me doing all kinds of creative things, like I'll be on the show tomorrow with the amazing camera that way. Anyway, as we are going down the last few episodes, you can find me on doing a lot of variety streaming, tabletop RPGs, and releasing my 5e Deep Breath compatible playtest content where it's anime and shonen experience, where I have just finished working on some more notes where we have a playable class that reminds you a bit of someone that says, let's duel. It's also inspired by Beyblade and other things. That class is amazing because everybody wants to be a Beyblade master. And that's things that I do and stuff that I make and eat. Everything. Thank you.
All right, Jessie J.
I'm Jessie Davidson. You can find me on Twitter at @thebossjessiej. I'm just working on writing some pieces for the DMs Guild and creating game content and hanging out. Staying cool and under 100 degrees in the South Midwest.
Ty, you're up.
I am Ty Stone. I am at Roxy Tiefling on Twitter, and I just work with Beth the Bard on D&D stuff.
We do stuff. Yeah. And I am Beth the Bard, your DM, and I'm working on this. She is the Ancient, the show and the book for DM's Guild. I am also in Fenway's show, Angel in the City of Glass, as the goblin-ish Winifred. There's like multiple goblin-ishes. Yay! It's a fun type of character to play. Yeah, and if you want to kind of, watch the videos on demand, if you missed, episodes and stuff like that, you can find them at sheistheancient.com. I'll be kind of popping in Gilding Light's YouTube channel there, each video that gets uploaded. And I also have the pre-episode where these very interesting folks made their way through Death House, and that is going up on my Patreon tonight or tomorrow, whenever I remember to do it. So you could watch that if you wanted over there. And that's all I've got for today, I guess. Thank you for being here. Thank you, DJ, for producing. Thank you, players, for being amazing and totally making this show. Yeah, we will see you all next week. Bye!
Bye!